He built tractors. Ferrari built dreams. But one day, Enzo Ferrari laughed in his face. And that single insult created his biggest rival. This is the story of how a humble mechanic and tractor manufacturer, Ferruccio Lamborghini, went to war with the legendary Enzo Ferrari, not with fists but with horsepower. It's a story of pride, betrayal, and the burning desire to prove you're more than what people say you are. And it all started with a clutch. Ferruccio Lamborghini was not born into money. He was born into dust, diesel, and dirt, the son of grape farmers in a small Italian village. But he wasn't interested in farming. He was obsessed with machines. As a young boy, he'd rather take apart engines than pick grapes. After World War II, Ferruccio returned home and saw an opportunity. Italy needed rebuilding. Farmers needed tractors. So Ferruccio started building them from leftover military parts. Cheap, rugged, reliable. Soon, the Lamborghini name wasn't just on the fields, but it was owning them. His tractors became a symbol of post-war Italian resilience. By the mid-1950s, Ferruccio was rich. And like every wealthy Italian entrepreneur with a thirst for adrenaline, he bought a Ferrari. But some things didn't sit right. The Ferrari 250 GT was beautiful, fast, a symbol of prestige. But to Ferruccio, the clutch felt weak. The interior? Sloppy. The ride? Unrefined. So, like any good engineer, he did what no one else dared to do. He drove to Ferrari headquarters to complain. He walked into Enzo Ferrari's office, the godfather of Italian motorsports, and politely explained the mechanical issues he found. Ferruccio even suggested improvements. But Enzo didn't take it well. He looked Ferruccio in the eye and said, "You may be able to drive a tractor, but you will never be able to handle a Ferrari." Boom. That was it. One insult. One moment of arrogance. One clash of egos. Imagine this. You're wildly successful. You've built an empire with your own hands. You walk in with genuine feedback and you get mocked. What would you do if someone told you to stay in your lane like that? Would you walk away? Or would you build a car that would haunt their legacy? Tell me in the comments. Ferruccio didn't shout. He didn't argue. He just nodded and left. But something snapped inside him. If Ferrari won't build the perfect car, he thought, then I will. He assembled a secret team of engineers, many of them ex-Ferrari employees frustrated with Enzo's ego. And in a small factory in Sant'Agata, Lamborghini Automobili was born. They weren't just building cars, they were building revenge. In 1964, the world met the Lamborghini 350 GT, sleek, powerful, and most importantly, better engineered. No one believed a tractor guy could pull it off, until he did. But Ferruccio wasn't done. He wanted a car that would shake the heavens. And in 1966, he dropped a bomb, the Lamborghini Miura. It wasn't just a car, it was a revolution. Mid-engine layout, sexy curves, a V12 that roared like thunder. It became the blueprint for every modern supercar that came after. Suddenly, Lamborghini wasn't just a tractor guy anymore, he was a legend. And Ferrari? For the first time in decades, they had a real rival. Ferruccio never entered racing. He wasn't trying to beat Ferrari on the track. He beat him in the garages, in the showrooms, in the hearts of those who wanted beauty and brains. But success wasn't easy. The 1973 oil crisis hit. Demand for supercars crashed. Lamborghini's finances struggled. Ferruccio sold his shares and quietly stepped away from the company he built to prove a point. But the name Lamborghini lived on. And every time someone revs a V12 engine with a raging bull on the hood, they're hearing the echo of that insult, that moment of fire, that refusal to be looked down on. Do you think Ferrari regretted saying what he said that day? Or was this rivalry exactly what pushed both companies to greatness? Drop your thoughts below. And here's something worth thinking about. Sometimes your biggest enemy isn't your competition. It's the voice that says you're not good enough. And every insult, every rejection can become fuel if you let it. If this story fired you up, hit that like button, subscribe for more true financial rivalries, and let me know in the comments. What would you have done if you were in Ferruccio's shoes?